Hello everyone, I welcome all of you for this IGBC AP exam preparation course. Myself Sarvanan J. Bharati from Carbon Figure Academy. In this video, we will be talking about the additional module which is going to focus about the IGBC AP exam, mock exam links along with some career tips. So the exam IGBC accredited professional exam. So the Indian Green Building Council AP exam offered by IGBC, it's a credential for professionals with at least 2 years of work experience to participate in green building projects. Examination is not based on any specific rating system because IGBC normally has 28, around 28 and increasing frameworks. So it is not about any specific rating system, but it is designed to test the knowledge of a candidate on green building design and construction in general, right? So the qualified individuals can be involved in projects registered under IGBC rating programs like IGBC green homes, IGBC factory buildings, IGBC existing buildings, etc. So project would achieve 1 credit point under innovation and design category if an IGBC AP is part of the project team. So it is an online proctored exam. You will be supervised by computer assisted system. So it would happen every month, first and third Saturday between 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It is so predefined. You can schedule your exam based on the availability of or opening of the calendar. For example, if you go to the IGBC website and want to register for the exam, from today for the next 3 months or 4 months the calendar might be opened. So for that period you can schedule your exam at whatever time. So first and third Saturday will be meant for IGBC AP exam. Second and fourth Saturday will be meant for IGBC AP associate exam and IGBC accredited faculty exam. So the charge, it will be 5,000 plus GST. So if you schedule and if you just wish to change that, then you may need to pay additional 500 rupees. So if you don't clear the exam and if you want to reschedule the exam, which means reapply for the exam, again you have to pay the full amount, 5,000 plus GST, right? So this is the typical structure and content. So 110 multiple choice questions will be there. Each will carry 1 mark. Total time is 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. Passing mark is 85 out of 110. There will be no negative marking, right? So these are the 4 sections of the exam, like the blueprint. So section 1 will be about green building design and construction. Section 2 will be about building standards and codes. Section 3 will be on IGBC resources and processes, which means how IGBC works and functions, what all the things are there, all those things. Then section 4, green design strategies and impact. So it is not like each section will carry the same number of questions. I think section 2 and 3 will carry only 15 questions. Section 1 and 4 will carry 50 and 30 questions, I think, right? So this is how it is. So section 1, green building design and construction, it will comprises of 50 questions. So here is a simple example question. The purpose of this section is to demonstrate the candidate's general understanding of the green building design and construction industry as they relate to green building practices. So the sample question is, oil grit separators are installed to filter oil in storm water runoff, to capture storm water runoff from surface parking areas, to recover oil spilling at site, to mix oil with storm water. The right answer would be oil grit separators are meant to filter oil in stormwater runoff. Right. Then section 2, the building code, building standards and codes will have 15 questions. So this section is to verify the candidate's understanding and knowledge on few of the local building standards and codes as they relate to environmental aspects. Right. So the simple question is, the Energy Conservation Building Code ECBC is applicable for buildings or building complexes that have a connected load 100 kilowatt or greater, lesser than 500 kilowatt, 800 kilowatt or greater, lesser than 800 kilowatt. So it will be the 100 kilowatt or greater. Section 3, IGBC related processes, which has again 15 questions. This section would test the candidate's understanding of processes and resources related to IGBC programs. Right. So if a credit point has been denied for a project and the project team feels they have complied with the credit requirement, the project team can write to the IGBC staff, cannot do anything, can appeal for review of the credit, can declare themselves of having achieved the credit. The answer is, can appeal for review of the credit. Section 4, green design strategies and impacts. So this will hold 30 questions. So the first section 50 questions, second and third section 15 questions each, then last section 30 questions. So this section is to evaluate understanding of green building strategies and the impact they would result in. The candidate is required to match the impact to a strategy provided. So the question is, perform soil and climate analysis to determine the species of plants which will adapt best, improve erosion and sedimentation control, enhance aesthetics, reduce water requirement for landscaping, reduce water consumption in fixtures. So soil and climate analysis with respect to the plants is actually going to improve erosion and sedimentation control. Right. So IGBC AP Associate Exam also can be considered as IGBC Accredited Faculty Exam. So the IGBC AP Associate Examination offered by IGBC is a credential for students and young professionals with less than 2 years of work experience. Right. So preliminarily this exam is meant for final year students. So with those who are not yet having their career started, so when they just complete their graduation, immediately once they complete this exam, immediately when they come out of the college, they will have a green credential. So which will boost their employability in terms of getting a job, relevant job into green building industry. Right. So this examination is based on IGBC certification course on green built environment, attended by participant either through online course offered by IGBC or by institution which adopted IGBC green education program. So this particular course, which means this particular examination, you can't directly go and register in the website. So when it started, they were offering a course, and once you attend that course, and as a part of the course, they will let you to register for the exam, right? But now That's how I appeared for this exam once when I was a faculty, working as a faculty. But later, what they changed, IGBC started establishing a memorandum of understandings with higher education institutions, especially civil, mechanical, triple E, architecture departments, and through that MOU, they started offering this course online or offline in the or at the college premises itself. So it is like, if you want to appear for IGBC AP associate exam, you have to intimate your college to establish MOU with IGBC AP for opening student chapter at your college. So through that connection, so they will let you know how to proceed with this particular exam. Right? This is for students. In case if the faculty, any civil, mechanical, triple E, architecture department faculty would like to go for IGBC a accredited faculty exam, the same process applies, right? So it is like through the institution tie-up, they have to appear for the exam. Exam is same, IGBC AP associate. If it is attended by a student candidate, that person will get certified as IGBC AP associate. If the person is a faculty candidate, then he will get certified as IGBC accredited faculty, right? Same exam, based on who is attending, accordingly the certification will be provided, right? So it is to test the knowledge of a candidate on green building design and construction. So as I mentioned, this will be meant for second and third Saturday. I think I didn't change that from the previous one. I don't know. Yes, first and third Saturday morning, IGBC AP. Then evening, IGBC AP associate, I think. But it is also available twice in a month. That is the concept. The fees, it would be around 7,500 for online course, if at all. Or in case if you establish IGBC AP student chapter in your college, then you may need to pay only 3,000 rupees per head for attending the exam, also with the training, right? So you just need to check the IGBC AP, IGBC website to get to know about it better. But regarding the structure, content, everything would remain same for both level of exams, IGBC AP and IGBC AP associate. So how we can say IGBC AP associate exam would be lesser than IGBC AP exam, since IGBC AP associate is meant for students, the questions might be comparatively simpler to answer. That is the only difference we can expect. Apart from that, there is no difference between them, right? And throughout, for both the level of exams, only qualitative based questions will be asked. There won't be no there will be some problems. You may need to use calculators and all. So nothing like that. So it's all going to be qualitative exam, qualitative questions based exam, which means for a given typical choice, how you will proceed by choosing what kind of option you will proceed. Like that only the questions would look like, right? So this is a typical online training program usually conducted by IGBC. So you can able to see the timings and all. It's an old one, but still it is a sample one. This is how it would look like. So what you can do is, If you want to attend the training, you can take the training, and as a part of the training, they will provide you one complimentary attempt. So you can see it here, includes training fee and single attempt of IGBC AP exam. So if you see this entire course on YouTube is actually targeting that training only, so that people can learn themselves, self learn, and there they can directly go for examination. But still, if you want to learn directly from the people from IGBC, then you can take this course. This would be really helpful. And once you complete the course, immediately in the next schedule, if you opt for the exam, then there is a great chance to get clear it in the first attempt itself, right? So if you see that focus areas, just like if you go to our modules, and this is how it will be, right? Exactly. And additionally, they would talk about some case studies also, right? That might be missing in our modules, but in the IGBC training, some additional points are also would be there, right? Then this is like online training program on green buildings by IGBC. Again, the same thing, but here it would be meant for IGBC AP associate exam. So here at the bottom you can able to see AP associate. So this training is providing AP exam on complimentary attempt. This training is like, okay, it's not a complimentary attempt. Like the course comes with the exam by default, right? For the freshers having 0 to 2 years of experience, right? A short term course. So the same topics, nothing changes, same thing, right? So it is like once you clear the course, complete the course and attend the exam, you will be immediately, which means you can easily clear the exam in the first attempt, right? So who can attempt? Students above 6th semester. So 7th semester, 8th semester students are allowed usually, right? So postgraduate students, if you see any specialization having bachelor's degree in architecture, civil or mechanical or environmental engineering. So that is the only pre-requirement. Then online resources, other online resources for IGBC AP exam, if you see Udemy, lot of courses are there. So if you simply put IGBC AP in Udemy, you can able to find at least 250 plus resources. So some will talk about the theory, some will provide you some mock exams, and just reading materials, everything it includes. Then any book, if it is there, some people would be interested in reading books. So this is the only textbook reference for IGBC AP exam preparation, and it is directly coming out of IGBC themselves, right? So you can order this from Amazon. It costs around 600 or 650 plus delivery charges. So if you simply buy this book, you can read it completely and you can go for the exam confidently, right? But one or two modules might not be available in this book, like, but it's a very good reading material. So employment with IGBC AP. So once you clear the exam, what is the potential? So why should I focus on this? So for example, you think of civil, triple E and mechanical graduates, and about their typical employability openings in industry. So for example, I know about civil engineers, so they can go for site engineer, or they can go for design engineer, or they can go for material quantity surveyor as a initial period, right? As a fresh graduate. Sometimes draftman you can go as, right? So this is the typical industry opportunity. But if you get these green building related knowledge and credential, there is a separate industry working on green building certifications and facilitation. Right? There is a huge number of potential in joining in those industries. Right? So it's almost like a white collar job, but site visit and site inspection also would be a part of the job, right? So this green building industry, as we have come across entire modules, you can able to understand it is majorly an interdisciplinary study where electricals, civil and mechanical and architecture people are going to participate, right? So this green building industry is commonly opened for all these four different professionals, right? So they are having their own what to say portfolio in the green building concepts. Like triple E students can work on daylight simulation, building energy simulation, energy efficient electrical appliances, energy auditing, that side. So energy auditing, energy manager, certified energy auditor, that and all are in next level of career growth is there. Then for civil students, site selection and preservation, materials, sustainability assessment, overall green building project management. So the documentation can be taken care of. If you are a mechanical student, again daylight simulation, thermal efficient facades design, building energy simulation, MEP design for green building projects, HVAC design, energy auditing you can focus on, right? So these are the sample industry players in green building projects across India. So I just know very few of them. So IGBC themselves is working as consultant somehow. So they are having their offices in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Kolkata, and Chennai, and Pune as well, I think. So it's a good opportunity available with them as well. Then ELA, ELA or ELA, I don't know. Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. Then Green Sketch from Chennai. Then Lead, somehow big and popular green building consultant in India, who is functioning in Pune, Gurugram, Bangalore, and Innovel. So they are heading at Savakasi. They are also having branch offices at Chennai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. So they are the very sample, but lot of other consulting firms are there in India, across India. So how the sample recruitment notice will look like? So this is from ELA. So you can able to see the role, typical role, sustainability analyst or green building analyst, like that. So what they are expecting, minimum 2 years experience. Okay, what is the job role? To work on the firm's lead IGBC edge portfolio and coordinate. So IGBC we know, likewise lead is there, likewise edge is there, right? They are all separate green building frameworks. So if you get IGBC AP, you can be a part of that relevant IGBC certification projects. So if you can work in others as well, but what company would expect, they would have a team of 5 or 10 people maximum. So whenever they get projects, for example, if they get some IGBC project, means they would need at least one IGBC certified professional, which means accredited professional, to work in that particular project, right? So from their perspective, in a company of very small company, they need at least one IGBC AP, one lead AP, and one edge certified professional, right? So it is like minimum one they expect. if everybody is having that credential means, then that's the best for a company, right? Because they don't need to worry about that additional 1 point, and they can deploy each and everyone for individual tasks, and they can eventually expand the team potential, right? So regular site visit and guiding stakeholders on green measures to be incorporated and demonstrate the efficiency. Then experience in energy modeling using eQuest. So this eQuest is again a open source energy modeling software, which is a good skill to be learned, right? So I am not into the energy modeling, but when I wanted to work in green building, this is where I wanted to learn and become an energy modeler. But eventually I realized that these green building concepts having different portfolios, and you should choose the most appropriate one for you. So in a typical company, when you are joining as a fresher, uh, you may join as as a part of the team, and you may work in different works, but eventually you should find your own specific area. Then only you can deeper your knowledge and you can become excel in your profession, right? Then this is a example notification from Innovel. So everywhere you can able to see lead GA, lead AP, IGBC AP is preferred. So here also lead AP or IGBC AP is preferred. So that's the thing. Then IGBC themselves, their walk-in notification. So beyond IGBC AP, what is there? As I mentioned, Griha certified professional is there. Lead green associate, lean accredited professional, well accredited professional, edge expert. Lot of portfolios are there, but very popular things are this lead and Griha and IGBC. So well is focusing specifically on indoor environmental quality, right? It is also there. These kind of projects are also going in industry, and edge projects also is going on in the industry. So everything is having their own potential and market, and these are the references for the entire modules that we have covered so far, right? So I hope these things are really helpful for you. I wish everyone all the very best for their IGBC AP exam. So in this video, in the description box, you can find the mock exam links as well. Thank you very much.